first things first, my name is Kenneth. My company is ILEG, which stands for Infusion Light Energy Gain Technology Screens. We've got a lot to discuss on the new technology we have here, which is going to be our new, it's AdTech technology, pretty much that's what it is. It's interesting because, as I said before, the glare you're seeing on camera is not what we're seeing here. Like, I had several people report out their phones and then come back and they look at it and they're not seeing the glare. The glare is only coming up because the camera's having a really rough time reading. So these screens generate a ton of light. We got a bigger image of the Black Star over there. Got a new projector coming in, another Chrissy. So if you notice, there's several names on there. As I said before, AdTech has multiple stair steps to it. It has color change to it. There's certain things we can do to it. We can make it ultra black. We can make it light, as you're seeing the surfaces over there. It has a lot of crazy options to it. So there's a gamer version of it, because we need it for rear projection screens, for gaming simulator, driving simulators, mech. Somebody's going to choose to use with that at the end of the day. There's a projecting mapping version of it, and there's another version that is designed basically to be submerged underwater, like large tanks, where people can put entire marinas of fish, mermaids, whatever you want at the end of the day. I've got so many requests for koi fish, it's not even funny. And you know how expensive koi fish are? Imagine you can actually project these or map these into anything you want, or just using a surface that's coated with our technology. So right here, we have in this container over here, which has been sitting here for a few days, that right there is the chemical actually inside that container filled with water. So it gives us an idea if it's going to crack or peel, deteriorate, if we're going to have that issue. That's why it's sitting there. So far, it's been doing quite fine in there. I've been having any problems whatsoever. It's staying to the surface, which is good, because we need that for submersibles. And the submersibles are different. They're basically this funny, strange color attached to them. So here we have our plastic container, which we're definitely going to be doing again, because again, as I told you, I'm going to show you real quick, the application technique to apply this. Oh, there's a larger surface right there in the back I just did. So that's going to have to build a frame for that. So we're doing that today out of cardboard on a nice stand frame, set that up. I got people coming in to see that thing. So, okay, so basically what we have here is, I'm trying to get it cleared, and we got so much stuff going on right now. The application to roll these in. The clear version can be done with one coat. 2 coats is a no. The darker version, which we made much darker, because again, I don't feel like doing a multi-coat application to get this thing darker, because it allows the customer to be able to adjust how dark they want it. We have a lighter version, we have a darker version. It should only take 1 or 2 coats to knock that out. So that one right there is a heavily concentrated version right there. It takes only 2 coats to convert that, which, keep in mind, you will not be doing the coating. That chemical and formula we're developing here is just for us. It's to design our physical screens. That's what we need it for. So we can't ever sell this stuff ever. All right, so then we got that out of the way. Now, right here, this is 2 coats. If I'm going to be doing a black surface, we need to use as less paint as possible. We need to convert extremely fast. But unfortunately, you cannot roll these in. You can't at all, period. You can't, I don't care how smooth your roller is. I got this super smooth roller. It is absolutely zero lint free. It's like a $20 roller to see what would happen. And no, it still basically will show some imperfections, which we don't want. We need a clear transfer through. So when I hit that thing with a white surface or white screen, we can't see anything, no imperfections, lines, nothing. It must be a clean transfer through. And unfortunately, if we do it that way, the transfer doesn't go through clean. Now, with the everyday paint sprayer, which I like using stain sprayers, the transfer is easy to put through. Easy. You can't touch the surface. Physically, you can't touch it. Roll it on it, you can't touch it. You'll damage the surface. It has to be done with the sprayer. But the one we have here and over there and here basically goes on, the first application goes on very, very smoothly with just the foam roller. I'm buying another one of these today. I'm doing that one with the foam roller, because this one was done with the brush, the wide foam brush, and basically just continue to get an idea of what would happen. Now, the reason why all this has to be done and tests have to be done, oh, I forgot we can't sell this. I thought about that. We do rear projection technology. We sell it. We do all this stuff just to show them at the end of the day. This is why you don't do that, and this is why you do it this way. But we can't sell this at all, period. So, those of you thinking about getting your greedy mitts on it, no, it's not for you. It's for us. We engineered it because we're making physical screens. It's a little easier to understand the concept of a physical screen is that when you're shipping over tons of product overseas, it becomes extremely complicated when you're doing a chemical. A chemical requires a ton of paperwork. Some people want to know exactly what's in it. It becomes a bit hairy. So no, if you do a physical screens don't require all that at all, period. Sorry, here, drinking something. So it's much easier to do. On top of that, in some of the establishments that I've been in, some people don't want to paint. They want a screen already made. They can put together, snap it, put it on the wall, they're done with it. That's it. That's what they want. You know? If you're working with hospitals, you're working with schools and stuff like that, but you're not going to be painting in there. It's rare you're going to be painting in one of those places. They want a screen already physically done. They can set it up with a projector, and that's it. That's what they want. That's why you never see painted screens in schools and stuff. They're not going to have that in there. They're going to have basically them come in and basically set up with the screens and they're done. So we have to have a physical screen to do that in order to be in those particular areas. So to cover both bases, we have to be to cover the paint-on version of it and the physical screen of it. And this technology right here allows us to have all that good stuff. Now, because it has multiple applications to it, it's a one-code application. It's just a fine dusting and it triggers off automatically. That's a one-coat application right there. Just like little trace over and it triggers, which allows us to be able to spray tons and tons of screens with no problem, because once that stuff transfers to the surface, it's good to go. Also, too, I found that it has an interesting reaction to aluminum, which I was testing out. So basically, I was looking at this company, like getting these thin sheets of aluminum. This is a different structural amount, the kind that you walk across, you can cut yourself with it. No, it's basically... It's made rounded. It's basically some kind of reinforced something they made it out of. But anyway, it's really smooth. I mean, you could really touch. You don't have to worry about these sharp edges you get with sheet metal. It's very, very professionally done. So we're getting those with stands. They connect with these magnetic stands. These things are freaking cool. It's part of the Phoenix technology. We finally found a surface, but now we got a coating. We're going to be custom designing for that. So out of this one formula, you're talking about at least a good easy 50, 60 different formulas we can get out of this thing to do all types of stuff for us. And one of the most important things out of it is AdTech. The ability to be able to allow companies to be able to advertise right through glass. Because again, that's going to be a game changer for a lot of big companies out there and small companies out there. It's going to be a big game changer. And instead of, like I said, I walk past storefronts all day long. I see how they got them set up. I mean, if you're doing a clothing advertising, you can only put so much out there. You can't crowd the window. Can't put a ton of mannequins in your window. That's not going to work. But imagine doing an entire fashion show right through when it's showing off all your items. You can show off your entire inventory through glass. Sun's not going to mess with it. Not going to have a problem with that at nighttime. These things are freaking unreal. They look really insanely unreal. On top of that, I'm not a big fan of AI, but using AI as an artificial intelligence to explain commercials about your product, I mean, that's going to be fantastic. And imagine if you have multiple windows, you can have this AI jumping from window to window to window, explaining. Or basically, like I said, if you got a fish store, imagine being able to turn your windows into fish, which we did one already. They show you an idea what you can do with it, which is funny because it was like a fish store right across the street. They came around the corner and saw that. They were like, anyway, we can get that done. Because, yeah, instead of having them decal stickers, which, again, it's a company. Someone built it at the end of the day, and it feels bad when you develop a technology that could override that. But it's business at the end of the day. That's what it is. But anyway, at least at the end of the day, you can take your investment with you because these are screens. So, yeah, the AdTech is an actual screen. Let's say we have them by 4x8. There's one over there sitting at 4x4. They're not, sorry, 4x4, 24x36. That's a 24x36 screen. Sorry about that. So you can take it with you. When you're done, take it off, move it to another window if you want, or take it home with you and watch a movie off of it. You know what I mean? It's like it just keeps on, at the end of the day. You're not really going to lose your investment to a power sprayer and some solution to remove it off a window. So that's going to be fantastic to start advertising that for companies. I seen it. The one place I saw was the brewery. Man, I looked at that. I was like, man, I could just see when I walk past these places, I can see the advertising Like clothing store, you can have clothes dancing in the window. Dunkin' Donuts can make the windows rain donuts into basically oceans of coffee. Can you imagine the fun you can have with that? It's going to change a lot of things. It's going to make the world a lot more interesting. And no, I'm going to tell you something right now. In no way possible, and I'm going to put down in every contract, if I even catch you, if I catch your company, well, if you sell it, can handle control over that point. Yeah, that's true. I don't want myself involved with politics. I really don't. Political? No. I don't want it in there at all, period. Definitely. I wonder if we can write in a policy somewhere we can sue a customer for basically using it for that particular term. I don't want it in that at all, period. There's certain things I don't want myself in. I don't. I don't want myself. That's the hard thing about basically when you develop technology, you have no control where it goes. That's the hard part. Ugh, man. I swear. I had to break someone's window over that one. Literally, if I saw that up there over there, I'd literally have to break someone's window. I'll pay for the window. I got a problem with that. I'm just going to break your window. Well, man. What would it be in the badges anyway? The badges that are on that technology, on those screens that you put in, it definitely has our company's logo in it. It has our logo and it says powered by God's technology. Oh yeah, my Lord and Savior's name is embedded in everything. You think at the end of the day that we're not, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. At the end of the day, I don't care. And then the way, put it this way. People say, well, you're forcing, I had somebody say you're forcing. No, it's who I believe in. It's who I serve. I'm not dropping my cross. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. That's all. That's how it works. I ain't here to run for money at the end of the day. If you don't like it, don't buy it. But other than that, yeah, our in every one of our badges, everything we have on all our products, it says powered by God's technology. All of it. So if a company at the end of the day says, hey, Mr. Bird, we need you to remove that, we remove ourselves. We're going, bye. Because at the end of the day, we put it this way. Whatever you're thinking about developing, I bet you we can get to it first. I already have technology already as backup already. A lot of people don't realize that I have composition books of backup technology just in case if something pops up that we have to go against it. Oh yeah, we're prepared. We're very, very prepared for everything. But that's what you got to be in business. You have to be. You never know what's going to pop up next. You know what I mean? Having the technology that absorbs sunlight, it's going to be crazy. Oh, God, imagine what the customers are going to do with this stuff. Should we make containers? We should make containers coated with this stuff. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to coat with this stuff. Like what kind of crazy stuff we can coat with this stuff. I mean, you can do a virtual fireplace. Pretty much anything you want to do with it. Got to think of some of the crazy stuff we have to do with this stuff. So we got different surfaces. We're going to be designing. The Flex is going to be coated with this. You can tell the Flex, that's the screen that allows you to put it into your computers, on your desktop, whatever you want. And they operate off low lumen projectors. This is a 50 lumen projector we're running right now. So let me show you real quick. Let's bring this up. Yeah, I come into that conflict all the time. Like what happens if somebody puts it in that or put this in there? It's kind of freak me out sometimes. See inside of there? It's just a surface not coated with ADTECH. So it's not there. The screen doesn't even show up. I had somebody saying, well, I can just hit that against a regular piece of glass and that will show up. No, it won't read. That's a 50 lumen. It won't read it at all. Can't see it. Now, for those people saying in the day, well, it's just mixed with this and that's how it's made. Remind you, ADTECH can take 100,000 lux of sunlight right through that screen. You'll have to prove that to show you have it, and that's a really hard one to do. You know how bright the sun is? It's extremely bright. Watch this out, everything out there. And mind you, this is not front projection. You have to do the rear, which means you'll have to transfer through the screen at the same time sunlight's pushing through the other end and produce an image at the exact same time. Good luck with that one. That's a doozy. Oh. But anyway, other than that, what we can use it for, it's going to be absolutely insane. And keep in mind, if we have a technology that can absorb that kind of sunlight at the end of the day, imagine the black version. We have a black version coming out for long throws, pico projectors, and especially those of you which ultra short throw projectors. We really don't want to see the bulky projector all day long. You can hide it now. behind the black version of ILEG. I think it's a black AdTech. We can't call it AdTech. We call it something else. Because AdTech is definitely AdTech. Has to have a different name for it for that. We'll figure that out later on. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty nice to have a projection system set up, and then you can put your screen and the projector behind it, and then that way you actually have a TV set up. You have a screen that can operate in a fully lit environment, because those things can run outside with no problem. You'll pick up an Infinity 1 contrast level, or Infinity 2 now. We have the legendary Infinity 2, regardless of your projector. So you don't have to have a high-end P2. You have to have any of those. You can go pick yourself up a $60, a $50. I paid $30 for that projector over there. And you still pick up an ultra black level better than a P2 sitting up on top of a gray or white screen. Because you can't read it, can't see it. And it'll really feel like having a TV, because you'll have this giant screen. Make them 120 inches. You know, you get 150 inch. You didn't realize, out of your projector, the reason why, when it says 100 inches, is because it was measured for 100 inches because it was displayed on a white screen. If you were to pull that projector back on a white screen, the first problem you're going to have is you're going to see deterioration pop up extremely fast. It's going to pop up either way, but it's going to be even faster as you start to pull your projector back. That's why you don't see a lot of those projectors at 120. The valve projectors, you don't see them at 150. You don't see them at maxed out, because again, they're better if the image is more compressed. So most likely you'll see them at 100s all the time. We had a $60 projector, which we have over here, and we were able to get a 150-inch screen display off that in a fully lit environment on a projector that cost me 60 bucks. 720p projector, nowhere near 4K or 1080p. We were able to get that off black technology, because again, that contrast is what you're going to need to be able to pull up that detail, depth, and to keep that image nice and sharp. And the reason why we can pull it off, because the screen is black. It is contrast itself. So that makes it so much easier. That's why we can take projectors that are not supposed to be at that massive size and do that. Like if you look at the Optima GT 5500, that projector is only designed to do 100 inches only. I got 126 and 140 inches outside. So even if you have a projector at 120, you can get 150 out of those. You just have to have the right screen to do it. That's all. You can definitely go to 150 with that. A P2? Heck yes. Heck, it's a 4K. It's a tri-laser projector. It's easy. You can do 160 on those things. Easy. Because of that black technology will allow you to do it. You have no deterioration to the screen. All right, let's go back here to our fire in a container. I actually showed this off, and they were like, "What the freak? Do you have fire in there?" Like, no. Now let's turn to the side, right? So you can see what you're getting on the other end. Now see right here, without that coating, this is what will happen. That light blaring, blinding light slamming you in the face, there you go. That's what you'll be seeing. The AdTech, well, that's not there anymore. Now, also too, we have several coats that we're making of this. We have a lighter coat and a darker coat. For those you're going to be using this for storefront applications, you can projector map through these things if you want to. It's up to you. Two types of projectors, where you put it in a specification sheet that you'll be using for the lighter version of it. It's going to be ultra short throw, which we'll show you a demonstration on that, because that's why we got the ultra short throws in here for that. Show that off. And projectors with lens shift capability, which we have another one coming in, because I got a lamp. We had to order for that one over there. So we'll show you that, how we can take the projector here and drop the image down here and push it right through there with zero lamp glare. Now that's what they'll use if you're using the clear. If you're using the darker version of it, doesn't make a difference what you throw against there. You won't see anything at all, period. It won't push through. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Sorry about that blinding light. Ta-da! Put you over there for a minute. Let's take our aerosol can here. And we'll take our dark version right here. See that? I see the light behind the whatchamacallit. It's kind of freaky, isn't it? It's freaky. Yeah, I know. It's really freaky. See that line right there of light? Watch this. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, AdTech is insane what it can do. It is the most interesting and visible technology I've ever seen so far. It is. It's insane what it's designed to do. It's way better than any invisible technology we've ever made. Way better. The minute we saw that thing, sunlight pushing that thing, I was like, oh shoot, we got something here insane. Do you have any idea how insane it is when you can actually have a screen that can absorb sunlight? The one thing that terrorizes screens all day long is sunlight, and this thing can actually take that. It's crazy. But yeah, man, we're going to do some incredible stuff with this stuff at the end of the day. And again, like I said, we're going to be working on, the blinding light. We're going to be working on basically making the product affordable for everybody. And that's what we want to do. Whole different form of technology, making it affordable for everybody. Because like I said, the big companies want to get their hands on this, and they want to charge you all this money at the end of the day. Yep. That's black star right there on a $10 projector. I decided to pull back and make the screen a little bigger. But yeah, charge you a ton of money. And we're not trying to do that. We're trying to make it so everybody can have high-tech screens without paying a lot of money. Because no one really wants to pay a lot of money. Neither do I. Last thing to look at is pizza. Somebody's got reverse pizza today. Okay, so right. So, guys, I want to catch up on real quick. I got to take care of some business today. We're definitely going to be showing that off today because I have to build a stand for it. I'm building like a window made out of boxes. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be too big. It's going to be nice size. So I can advertise that because I need to build some kind of window-like looking screen. Where the heck can I get, oh yeah, we can use that stuff. I forgot. They got this stuff called, Flexstone. I forgot about this stuff. Yeah, you spray it on something and it makes it look like it's made out of stone. Or we have to build a makeshift building outside interior to put that up against it to show that off. To give them an idea of exactly what this thing's going to look like. And that'll be downstairs in this building today. Or tomorrow. Whenever I got time. But it'll be down here already. Oh, people. Give me a minute. So that's the whole purpose, people. Design better technology, like we've been doing from day one, to make it affordable for our customers and for companies. Because again, everybody wants to charge so much money. That's why we're sitting here with this sucker and a tank. Because man, if this thing, if it does this for 1 month, this thing doesn't have any form of deterioration. We don't have any problems with it. Basically, dissolving, then there's another version of this coming out for this, which is the one you see called that the H2O. H2O is a monster. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna allow you to design, well, we can't keep that part, but we're designing a physical screen for it. All these are gonna be designed around physical screens. We've got acoustic screens coming out. We have the screen called the Wave, which I can't really tell you too much about it, but I guarantee you're gonna look at things a little bit differently with this thing at the end of the day. It's mostly designed for abstract art, so it's gonna be pretty crazy. We got stuff we're designing for the art community. Yeah, you get those wild dreams at the end of the day. We're gonna make all those dreams come true with some pretty cool stuff involving projector mapping application, holograms, and interactive technology. Yep. The things we do, people. The things we do. Isn't that crazy? That entire thing, that box is coated with that water inside. So the liquid, the chemical is in the inside right now. And we have it filtered with water. So the next stage is to be able to develop a technology that can be submerged underwater, a screen. This is going to be a special kind of screen. For you companies out there, for businesses, whatever you want in the day, you want a really insane looking fish tank, you don't have to pay for it anymore. You can actually project whatever you want. You want mermaids to swim from one instant, you could do all that. When a giant Kraken, sea monster, city of Atlantis, whatever you can think of at the end of the day, you could put it in there. Whatever you want. So right now we're working on a screen that has multiple screens to give off a more of a kind of a 3D kind of illusion kind of look to it when it's coated with this stuff. It can be used with 2 projectors at the same time. You can do kind of a blending or however way you want to do it, but it's pretty sick what we're working on next. So with AdTech, keep in mind, we're going to be designing a whole line of different crazy looking projection screens that are going to be coated with that technology. And yes, we are working on our own inflatable screen. So instead of buying an inflatable screen, you have to stick a plug in the back of it, because I work with those, and you got to hear this going off in the background all day long. They do have the ones that work like air mattresses. They're made so they blow up, but they cost so much money. They want thousands of dollars for those things. They're the ones you can set on top of your pool. We're going to design our own. We're going to make them affordable. They're going to cost the same price as a regular screen's going to cost. Except it's going to have our coating on top of it, of course, so it can operate in, around probably about 6 o'clock in the evening. We're going to have it, and it's going to look just like a TV out there. On top of that, again, it's going to have it where it's basically designed where once you blow it up, that's it. No cables and cords and all that stuff put on top of your pool. And so you're paying $3,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 for one of these things. These things are going to be super affordable. We're also thinking about LED lights on these babies too, because a LED light party system on it, doom, 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 that'd be kind of sick with it for a pool party. So that's kind of stuff we're working on. That's why I said I got a buddy. I have not a buddy, but I have a sister's son on the other end. He's an engineer, and I'm talking to him back and forth. Got a little communication issue, but it's a little farther away. But I'm gonna go out there, probably fly out there and see him, and ask him if I can basically bring him on for a little bit. I want my own motorized projection screen. I do. I want a tension motorized projection screens. I want them all tension, and I want them the same price as the regular screens cost, because the tensions cost too much money, and I like the tensions. They're fantastic for ultra short throw displays. They come down super flat every single time. But the only problem is you have to spend a lot of money for the tension screens. I want my tension screens to be the same price as the normal screens, and we do want a 235.1, because I have yet to see a 235.1 tension screen, which I can't figure out why we don't have one. How come there's not a 235.1 inflatable screen? See, they did make one. It's probably going to be super expensive. There you go. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed about what we're working on new ideas and things we're trying to do and get done. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for Him, well, none of this would ever be possible. None of it would ever be possible. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. Be safe out there. And God bless.